Hello students, this is a test review video for test number 3 for Business 1B Managerial Accounting. So please go to your dashboard, to your class on Canvas. This is our class. And go to modules and scroll down to module for test number 3. Right here, it should be after chapter 10. So click on this module. You will see 3 links. This is a link to this video. This is a link to the slides I'm going to go over, which we'll review for the test. And this is the link for the actual test that you will click when you need to take it. So click on the PowerPoint file. I already opened it. And here is your test review. So our test 3 will cover chapters 7, 9, and 10. It will be open actually for only 2 days instead of 3 days. It will open on Sunday at 12:01 a.m. and it will close on the following Monday at 11:55 p.m. The format of the test is exactly the same as the previous 2 tests you completed. You have to finish the test in one sitting. You must complete it once it started. You cannot save and exit. You have 180 minutes or 3 hours to take the test. I built in 5 extra points into the total of 155 points. So first you will see 3 to 4 problems for every chapter, which are similar to problems you completed in your quizzes. And then you will see 24 multiple choice questions with 8 questions per chapter. Each multiple choice question is worth 2 points for the total of 48 points. So you can see that 2/3 of your points come from the problems and 1/3, a little bit less than that, comes from multiple choices. So the next slide here will give you a little bit more information about the format. You cannot print or copy the test. If you get locked out, contact me right away to give you a new attempt. Each student has a different set of problems and questions, and problems are set up so that algorithmic numbers are generated. Once you finish your test, you can see your results right away, and Connect is synced with Canvas, so you should be able to see your score within 20-25 minutes in the grades on Canvas. After the due date, on Monday at 11:56 p.m., you can click back on test 3 and see the feedback. You can see questions you missed, you can see your answers, and you can see the correct answers. So these are the problems you should expect. As I said, 3 to 4 problems for every chapter. In chapter 7, we talked about the master budget. I will not ask you to complete the entire master budget because it's very time consuming. I will only ask you to complete the production budget in units, and then I will ask you to complete the 3 parts of the manufacturing budget in dollars. You will complete the direct materials budget, direct labor, and the overhead budget. And then I will ask you to complete a cash budget, both cash receipts and cash payments. So anything that is not listed here, such as sales budget or budgeted income statements, you will not have to complete as a separate problem. You might have a multiple choice question on those other components of the master budget, but you will not have to do a separate problem. For chapter 9, we talked about how to evaluate different levels of departments, cost centers, investment centers, and revenue center, profit centers. So I will ask you to allocate indirect costs to different departments using the cost drivers. So that would be a level of profit centers. I will also ask you to complete the department contribution to overhead, both in dollars and in percentages. And then the last problem you will have will be for evaluating investment centers. So you will have to use ratios such as profit margin, investment turnover, return on investment, as well as the residual income. For chapter 10, we looked at 7 different short-term decision makers. And here, out of those 7, I will only give you separate problems for 4 of them. You completed these 4 types of decisions. in your in-class activity. And again, even though we covered 7, the other 3 that are not listed here, you might have a multiple choice question for them, but you will not have to complete a separate problem. So the 4 types of decisions you will have to make are additional business. Should you accept or not a special order at a lower price? Second type of decision, should I make a component in-house or should I purchase from the outside? Should I outsource it? A third decision, what kind of sales mix, if any, should I have with limited resources? And the last one, how do I decide on the elimination of a segment? So these are types of problems to expect. And then you see the key terms and concepts for every chapter. So chapter 7 here, you see all of the key terms we covered in the chapter. And you will have 8 multiple choices. So not every student will get a question on every one of these terms. I create a pool of 100, 150 questions, and then each student will get only 8 of them randomly. So this is chapter 7, and you see key terms for chapter 9, and then you see the key terms for chapter 10. I suggest that you look over these terms. We covered most of them in the class. If we did not talk about them, they're covered in your textbook, such as we might not have had time to cover target costing, cost plus, pricing, variable cost method, but they're covered in your textbook, so take a look at them. So good luck on the test. I hope you do very well. Thank you.